Saturday, the 3rd of August, 2024 sees the UFC return to Abu Dhabi with a fight night card that's arguably better than some recent pay-per-views. The event's headliner features a bout between top bantamweight contenders. The number 2 ranked Cory Sandhagen and the undefeated number 10 ranked Umar Nurmagomedov. This intriguing matchup could determine the next contender for the winner of the upcoming bantamweight title fight between Sean O'Malley and Merab Dvalishvili. In the co-main event, Russian striker Shara Magomedov will face Polish fighter Michal Oleksiejczuk in a middleweight bout, as Magomedov aims to climb the rankings. Additionally, former flyweight champion Deiveson Figueiredo seeks to continue his winning streak at bantamweight against former title challenger Marlon Chito Vera. Lightweight legend Tony Ferguson will attempt to break his 7-fight losing streak in a welterweight clash with Chiesa. The main card also features a strawweight fight between Mackenzie Dern and Loopy Godinez, and a lightweight bout between Alvarez and Elves Brener. While the outcomes remain uncertain until the event unfolds, the pre-fight predictions still remain something to look forward to. The first fight out of the 6 fights sees Cory Sandhagen take on Umar Nurmagomedov. Haris Kruskic spoke openly saying, "The winner of this bout might be next in line for a shot at the victor of Sean O'Malley versus Merab Dvalishvili." Sandhagen returns after a triceps injury sustained during a win over Rob Font last year. He faces Umar Nurmagomedov, an opponent many have avoided since his UFC debut in 2021. Despite his 17-0 record, this is Nurmagomedov's first-ranked fight. I believe Nurmagomedov will finally secure the high-profile win he's been seeking. Although Sandhagen has long been a top bantamweight, Nurmagomedov's technical striking gives him an edge in what should be a fantastic stand-up match. Haris' prediction favors Nurmagomedov by split decision. Meanwhile, Tom Taylor said, "Sandhagen has been a top bantamweight for years, but has yet to challenge for the undisputed title. A win over the undefeated Nurmagomedov could change that, though it's a tall order. While Sandhagen might find some success on the feet, a knockout is possible. Nurmagomedov's striking and solid grappling could tip the scales. Sandhagen has struggled with grapplers before, and I think a few Nurmagomedov takedowns will make the difference in a primarily stand-up fight." On the other hand, Lyle Fitzsimmons said he agrees with his colleagues. He went on saying Sandhagen comes in with 3 straight wins and a track record against top competition in his 13-fight UFC career. However, the fight is likely to involve grappling, which favors Nurmagomedov. While it may not be a dominant performance, it will be decisive. Tom and Lyle's prediction is Nurmagomedov to win by unanimous decision. As for the second fight 2 of the day, Shara Magomedov versus Michal Oleksiejczuk, Haris Kruskic said, "Despite winning his first 2 UFC fights, Shara Magomedov has not lived up to the hype, showing a clear weakness in his ground game that could trouble him in the future. Michal Oleksiejczuk, with a 7-6 UFC record, excels in grappling, has a strong chin and a solid ground and pound. Given his experience against tougher opponents, I predict an upset." His prediction goes thus: Oleksiejczuk to win by TKO, round 2. Tom Taylor, on the other hand, said that the UFC sees superstar potential in Shara Magomedov due to his exciting striking style and unique look. However, Taylor expressed skepticism about Magomedov's future as a serious middleweight contender because of his deficiencies in grappling. While Oleksiejczuk has the grappling skills to challenge Magomedov, Taylor believed that Oleksiejczuk would likely choose to strike, which would favor Magomedov. Lyle Fitzsimmons agreed with his colleagues about Magomedov's underwhelming performances, despite his potential and unique look. He stated that Magomedov's match with Oleksiejczuk, who is well-suited as an opponent to boost Magomedov's profile, should work in Magomedov's favor. Fitzsimmons expected Magomedov to win decisively. Tom and Lyle both agreed on Magomedov winning by TKO, round 1. Fight number 3 of 6C Deiveson Figueiredo take on Marlon Vera. Haris Kruskic mentioned that the bout features 2 bantamweights aiming to enter the title picture. He noted that Deiveson Figueiredo has excelled since moving up to bantamweight, defeating Rob Font and Cody Garbrandt. Even during his flyweight reign, Figueiredo seemed destined for 135 pounds due to his weight cut struggles. Marlon Chito Vera is looking to rebound from his title fight loss to O'Malley in March, and Kruskic believes he will. He highlighted that Figueiredo struggled against Brandon Moreno's counterstriking, and Vera, being bigger and equally skilled in counterstriking, will pose similar challenges. He predicted Vera would win by unanimous decision. Tom Taylor stated that the fight is challenging to predict. He acknowledged that Figueiredo might be the more skilled fighter overall, but would face a significant size disadvantage against Vera, and would find it tough to finish the Ecuadorian on the feet or canvas. The key factor, according to Taylor, is Vera's tendency for slow starts and low output, which could be problematic against a quick, high-output striker like Figueiredo. He expected both fighters to land significant shots, but Figueiredo would likely land more and win on the judges' scorecards. Taylor predicted Figueiredo would win by unanimous decision. Lyle Fitzsimmons observed that this matchup features two fighters on different trajectories. He pointed out that Figueiredo has revitalized his career since moving up to 135 pounds, while Vera's most notable achievement post-title fight with O'Malley is his resilience in defeat. Fitzsimmons considered this a less-than-ideal scenario for Chito and predicted Figueiredo would win by unanimous decision. Fight number 4 of 6 is Tony Ferguson versus Michael Chiesa. Horace Kruskic said that Tony Ferguson is once again facing a superior, larger grappler in Michael Chiesa. Despite Chiesa's lack of momentum, with his last win in 2021, Kruskic believes his grappling should be enough to secure a decision victory and possibly push Ferguson towards retirement. He predicted Chiesa would win by unanimous decision. Tom Taylor acknowledged that fans might have lost faith in Tony Ferguson due to his 7-fight losing streak. However, he pointed out that Ferguson still has excellent jiu-jitsu, and Chiesa's submission defense is questionable, having been submitted 5 times, including 3 Darce choke losses, the same move Ferguson has used to win 3 fights. Taylor felt that Ferguson might turn things around in this fight. He predicted Ferguson would win by submission in the second round. Lyle Fitzsimmons remarked that Tony Ferguson continues to compete until he finds an opponent at his level. Despite losing his last 7 fights since his last win 5 years ago, Fitzsimmons noted that Ferguson's next challenge is Chiesa, who is also struggling with a 0-3 record since beating Neil Magny. He believed this might be the chance Ferguson fans have been waiting for and predicted Ferguson would win by unanimous decision. Fight number 5 of 6 is Mackenzie Dern versus Loopy Godinez. Horace Kruskic mentioned that it's hard to get a clear read on Mackenzie Dern and Loopy Godinez. Dern has maintained her grappling-focused style throughout her 6 years in the UFC, while Godinez often looks like a legitimate contender, but sometimes loses fights she shouldn't. Kruskic picked Godinez because she has more ways to win than Dern and predicted Godinez would win by unanimous decision. Tom Taylor pointed out the key questions of whether Dern can get Godinez to the ground and if Godinez can survive Dern's submission attempts. He believed that Godinez could deny enough of Dern's takedowns to turn the fight into a striking match, where she should win decisively. Taylor noted that Dern's striking is still mediocre and that she can be exposed on the feet. He predicted Godinez would win by unanimous decision. Lyle Fitzsimmons admitted that he had no concrete reason for predicting a Dern victory, but felt contrarian. He highlighted Dern's excellence on the ground and believed she would manage to get the fight there. Fitzsimmons noted that although Godinez has won 6 of her last 8, Dern could be as good or better than anyone she has faced. He predicted Dern would win by submission in the second round. The last fight is a matchup of Joel Alvarez versus Elves Brener. Horace Kruskic described both fighters as exciting lightweights known for finishing fights. He noted that Joel Alvarez was on his way to becoming a top contender before being stopped by Arman Tsarukyan in 2022. Despite the setback, Kruskic believed Alvarez is technical enough to win against a powerhouse like Brener and predicted Alvarez would win by submission in the third round. Tom Taylor said the fight should be fun, with both fighters having a combined 28 submission wins and significant striking power. While either could secure a bonus-winning finish, Taylor felt Alvarez was the safer pick due to his technical skills and tougher competition. He predicted Alvarez would win by submission in the second round. Lyle Fitzsimmons considered this a great way to start the main card, with 2 fighters who excel both standing and on the ground. He noted that Alvarez has secured 3 submissions in the UFC, and, although Brener has had his moments, Alvarez has more ways to win. Fitzsimmons predicted Alvarez would win by submission in the first round. As we look forward to UFC on ABC 7 in Abu Dhabi, the main card is stacked with exciting matchups and potential title implications. The team at BR Combat Sports predicted that Umar Nurmagomedov's precision will edge out Cory Sandhagen, Shara Magomedov's striking will prevail over Michal Oleksiejczuk, and Deiveson Figueiredo's resurgence will be tested against Marlon Vera's counter-striking. In other bouts, Tony Ferguson aims to break his losing streak against Michael Chiesa, with our experts split on the outcome. Loopy Godinez is favored to outmaneuver Mackenzie Dern, while Joel Alvarez's technical skills should secure a submission win over Elves Brener. Tune in to see how these predictions play out, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more UFC content.